Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Frostpunk, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our complete beginner's guide. And, you know, Frostpunk is such an interesting game because what it does is it really forces you to manage several different resources and pay attention to things. And one of the resources that we actually have to manage now is employment itself. Like, every moment that we have 41 people unemployed is a moment that we're not gathering resources that we need. So I'm going to be mindful of that and start cranking things into high gear. So there's a couple of things that we need right now. We're building this, we're building this, we're building a lot, but we have a lot of free people to build. So I'm going to say, you know what we need are some better, we need some more coal thumpers. Let's just get more coal. Like, it's only going to get colder. We need more coal. So I have a coal mine over here. And I have some stuff here where if I built this structure right here, for example, this is our sawmill, which is incredibly cold at the moment. But it's not time to work anyway. So what we want to build is a coal thumper, maybe where it won't destroy resources, but it's within range of the steam hub and the field kitchen. Okay. And then we need to build a gatherer. And I believe that these support 2 gatherers. So, you know, we don't want to build too many, but we need to build 2. That's 20 people for employment there. We need to build also a resource depot. And we don't care about the resource depot being heated. So I'm okay building this thing kind of far away. That is fine. Okay, let's go. We also have a scout that is waiting out here. And we found a lot of stuff over here, so I'm going to send them there. And we also have Camp Compass. Now, these we investigated. And there's people there. If we can support the infrastructure to get the people, then okay. But for now, I don't see it. And nobody's homeless, so we're just going to do some ad hoc house building if we need to. Okay, here we go. This resource structure is built. This needs to actually be food rations so that we can hold more. Anytime a bar gets close to red, I want to make more storage. And people are getting cold, so we got to start paying attention to where that is. Okay, so first of all, we can throw 10 workers at the mill. Now, the wall drill is cold. We can turn on the heater, but that's not going to be warm enough. So we're going to need to build a hub and see if that warms it up enough. We might need also to have a kitchen nearby. We have this hub, which is turned off. Turn it back on. Okay. And let's just start looking at where are the buildings that are cold. This building right here, this house, has no residents because it's cold and it's just outside the range of this hub. So it's been upgraded, but it's still cold and it's outside the range of this as well, which is just really unfortunate placement for that place. So, you know, we might just have nobody live there. I might just turn it off until I build another hub, because does this hub, it's closed. If I turn it to 24 hours, does it get to it? It does. Okay. So if I turn it to 24 hours, then we're okay. However, that's going to mean more coal. The hot house is on. We're going to get people working here. We got to turn the heater on. Okay. Now you see we're running low on coal because of how cold it is. This is a coal thumper that we just built. We're going to have the engineers on there. And the gathering post, all we have left to work are engineers, so we'll put them on there. And this is a very cold house. It's got insulation, it's got a heater, it's got a field kitchen, but this is what, I mean, what's going on? It's just so cold that even with all of that stuff, it's not enough. So we're going to have a lot of sick people, and this is going to be a moment where we need to start researching. This house is too cold. Is anybody living here? No. We're going to need to start researching improved heaters and steam hubs. Now we have too many people in the hospital because it's getting too cold. And even with everything that we've got going, we are running low. Now, I can't remember if I built... I thought I had pre-built a furnace for burning a charcoal kiln, but I might not have done that. Did I not even... I might not even have researched it, so we're going to need to do that too. Okay. So this is... It's going to get warmer though, a little bit, for a moment. Alright, so the hothouse says what? Storage limit reached. Oh, you know what? Okay, I forgot. I need to change my... I need to change something. Just temporarily. We need to go to the resource depot that we built and change it to raw food. And we need to build another one for cooked food. Now, soon we'll research the larger of the depots. Alright. So now the gathering post should at least be warmer for some people. The field kitchen needs its heater on. It's too cold. Good God. The coal thumper needs its heater on. Yeah. It's getting insane. So we got to go to Tech Tree. I could actually upgrade the range on steam hubs. That would help tremendously. And then upgrade the efficiency next time. So we need to get to level 4. Let's just do this really fast. We have 6 unemployed folk. Okay. You can see our food is actually filling up. Alright, and we got a bunch of people who returned to the city, so now we're going to have even more people. Actually, a lot of those were kids, so they're not working. Then I'm going to send this scout way over here to Camp Compass. And let's go. Okay, we finished that research really quickly. I need to go to 4. We need to start getting better technology right away. They're not going to build this for a second. What are we discontent about? Cold at home. Okay. We got to fix that. So who is cold? Well, this should actually fix. The discontent is a problem, but people just have to kind of deal with it, unfortunately, for a moment. So what you can do is go to your religious structures, and we can spend rations to have evening prayers, and then I can go over here and do a ceremonial service, or I could just do captain's words to crush it. I'm going to do a ceremonial service. We have too much food anyway, so I'm just going to do both of those things. You could see discontent disappear, hope go up. All right, they want us to research the stereoscopic lens, and I do need to do that. All right, we got to change this to food rations. There we go. Okay, now let me check the situation with the new coal thumper that we built over here. What I'm looking into is whether or not... where are you? You're over here. Yeah. If you recall, it's 2 gathering posts to 1. So we're going to build another gathering post to try to stay on top of that. Yeah, and actually these piles are all full too. So we're going to need another gathering post over here. And another gathering post over here to kind of make sure that we keep the coal flowing. Oh, it's so tense. And it says, Hungry Mother. Sir, a woman's come to plead with you. She wants more food, but the cooks say she's already received her allowance. I beg you. Your men mean well, but they must have made a mistake. I need 2 rations. One for me and my sick child, please. So, if you give her 2, then discontent goes up. And if you won't bend the rules, hope goes down. So there's no good decision here. I'm going to give her food. I know that discontent will, like, maybe go up, but whatever. And we need to employ the most people that can be at this gathering post. Here you go. And we'll turn on the heater, and there you go. Now, the discontent is super high. We're about to run out of coal. Ugh. Now, this is another one of those issues where we're really not about to run out of coal because there's so much coal sitting here. We just need to have more people getting it. So, let me look at the map. Here's our next... I actually think we're... I don't see any more waves of migrants. So, we might... I don't think we need to worry about that anymore for the time being. And I can start... This is going to be unpopular, but I feel like I have to do it. I'm going to go to my coal mine, and I'm going to do a 24-hour shift. And the same thing over here. So you see how high discontent just went because I did emergency shifts? Hey, we need coal. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to try to peel some people off of field kitchens. I don't know if I need as many people on them. I was just desperate to staff them. So I'm going to go down to 3 at each field kitchen. So that I can then put people on this gathering post. And then I'll turn the heater on. And then this, let me see if there's a warm gathering post that's located by all the coal that we have. How is this gathering post right here doing? It's cold, but I'll turn the heater on, and then I'm going to discontent up people on the job. So you can see how high my discontent is. However, I can just go to my religious building, my big one, and I can do Captain's Words, and it cuts into discontent a big, just by a huge chunk. We don't need a sermon right now. This is fine. This is what we can do. This is temporary. But, okay, I have 10 people unemployed. I need to build another... I need to know... I need another infirmary. This is how bad it is. Spirits are high. Sir, the people you ordered to stay for the emergency shift returned to work without a word of complaint. We know that with the storm coming, we need to put in extra hours. Everyone has to work if we're to survive the cold. Oh, good. Thank you. Well, that's lucky. Yeah, I mean, that's basically where we are. Discontent just went up because spirits are high. That's great. And it's the truth. Like, we're going to run out of coal. Now the temperature's going up, though. So in this moment, when it warms up slightly, we really need to be on guard and monitor our situation, because you could see temperatures only going to go down here and here, and I don't have any idea how we're going to deal with that. We need to make sure that we're gathering all the coal that we can, and we'll probably turn off the sawmills. We could start burning that at some point. All superfluous labor will need to shift off. We might be okay on food, I'm not sure. Fear of the storm. Uh-oh. We're back to this, huh? Sir, we investigated the discrepancies between the raw food use and output of the cookhouses. It turns out that cooks are stealing food. People are furious. We caught 2 thieves. People say they wanted to secure their families before the storm shuts down the food supply. Well, that's not happening. So I can banish them. I can have the Faith Keepers supervise the cooks, or I won't address that. Well, we got the Faith Keepers, so we're going to put them on the job. Police are on you. Stop stealing food. So now, because everyone's so cold, you could see every building has massive issues with employees, because everybody's sick, and that's where we're at. The generator is shutting down. It says it is, but it shouldn't. We should be okay at some point. Now it's warmer, so I'm going to just check the heat and see. So this is livable. So we're going to turn the heater off. Turn the heater off, and it becomes cold. Can I turn off? I mean, this is comfortable. What is this? A gathering post? Turn off that. Anything? Is it just chili? We need chili. Yes. Okay. Chili is fine. What is this? House of Healing? Chili is okay. Okay, cold is no good. Faith Keepers? Come on now. How you doing? I think that's okay. Alright. We need to basically turn off anything that's being heated too much. Yeah, it goes from livable to cold. That's as good as I can do, I think, for the time being. We have so many people in the hospital. So we're just gonna, deal with the fact that most of our problem... Oh, what is going on here? You're waiting. Where are you waiting? I don't understand. Did this disappear? Oh, it's because it's so cold, these locations to search are gone. Okay. Then we'll go over here. Some of these things close up when it becomes too cold. You only have like a limited window to get them. I could bring people back, or I could just disband the unit. I think we could do both. Okay, we got the difference engine. So we need to immediately go. I don't want to do this. Like, I want to not have to research this, but I feel like I must. Ah, the generator. Oh, it's already shutting down. Okay, yeah. Turn it back up. You got it. We're okay. We're okay. Don't worry. Okay. So this building is full. Inoperative. The gathering post? Why? Oh, it's not close enough. Oh, man, that's a shame. It looks like it's plenty close enough to these. You know what I mean? It's close enough to the building, but I guess not to the piles? That's kind of nuts. Okay. So then in that case, we have to just dismantle this, and we have to build another gathering post. That's close enough. Now this gathering post, there we go. Alright, so you see how we're doing really well on wood? We need to be able to start turning wood into coal. Alright, this gathering post, we will put as many people as we can on here. And... alright, let's run. What is this? So these gathering posts are all off because they've cleaned out the resources that are available. So these coal thumpers need to come back on as soon as possible to get the amount of coal that we need. And I'm going to then turn off a gathering post because we have enough. And put those people to work at this gathering post. Oh no, that's right. I turned it off, but I didn't take the workers off there. And this is 24-hour shift time. I know. People know likey. Doom-mongering drunks. Sir, a dozen or so people got drunk and took to the streets. They were chasing after women, yelling that we should have some fun. What should we do with them? I can banish them, or I can send them home. I'm not to the point of banishing them just yet, but it's gonna kick us with discontent and hope, and so we're gonna need to use some other, structures to kind of mitigate that. We're gonna have a sermon. What's this? Apathy sets in. Sir, the people you ordered to stay for another shift are working very slowly. That's fine. Let them be. Work slowly. We'll all die. Good. It's a good idea to be apathetic when the generator's shutting down. Okay. Oh boy, people. Alright, this is going to get really messy. Where are you waiting? Oh, yeah, explore. On the verge of death. Come on, come to our city. We're on the verge of death as well. Alright. So everything's going to get cold for a bit here until people actually start gathering coal.
Work shift begins. May the Lord save all workers from harm.
All right. This is scary. We're just not quite able. What's going on here? Storage near capacity for wood. Right. Okay. So once we finish researching this, we did it. Okay. We need to go here, and we need to immediately go to get the charcoal kiln. Prepare for the storm. Sir, the scientists couldn't believe their eyes, but they've double and triple checked their calculations. They say the strongest winds will cause the temperature to plummet beyond anything we've experienced before. Hunting will be impossible. The plants in the hothouses will freeze. Everyone left outside the city will perish, and so will we if we don't heat our homes properly. We have to prepare. Okay, so we now know. And we have a new goal, which is we got to recall everybody. We got to rescue as many survivors as we can. And we got to research overdrive couplings, generator power 3, get at least a week's worth of food before the cold sets in. So this game never lets up. There is, as you can see, not much of a reprieve. Once we build the coal, the outposts are going to stop. So we're going to stop getting food and supplies from the outpost, which is coal. So we have to, manage that. We have to make sure that we are on overdrive preparing just as much food as we possibly can. And let's see here. Let me go to a religious building. Do I have anything that I can do at the moment? No, everything's on cooldown. So our hope is still, reasonable, but you could see 10 of our people died. Okay, that's less than ideal. This is how dire it is. This is the last push that we need to accomplish. And, just being perfectly honest, we're on the razor's edge. This might be something that we can salvage, but I think this also might just be the end of the line. And this is how Frostpunk goes. Once you play enough of the game, you get to a point where you know what's heading of this scenario. Like, what's coming. And so you can plan and restructure your city, get your resources coming in at a faster clip so that each instance impacts you less, and then you can surge when you need to for this final push. The first time I played, I died very early. I had way more Londoners, and each time, the Londoners become less and less of an issue. And then you can make it further and further before you start experiencing a hiccup. But now we're at the point where we simply do not have enough coal coming in necessarily. Now, if I turn the heater on for this and this so they could start making the food, we're going to get food. We're not starving to death, but it's just an issue with the heating everything. Okay, and then all these people came back, so we have more workers. And here you go. We need to be sure that everybody is at these structures and bringing in coal, and that we're ready to recall all of our scouts. So these scouts right here, we could go and send them to the final camps to try to bring in these last people. And we might as well, because we're going to die anyway. So, we'll do that. But we need to also just bring everyone inside before, you could see right here, it's on the map. Or on our, day planner, we have about 4 days until it gets so cold that it's all frozen. So I'm going to leave it here as you get to this final push, and this is where now you have a really good idea of all of the bumps in the road as you go. And I hope you have found this series to be useful and fun. Remember, you just keep playing this game until you get the order and the strategy that you want, that works for you, so that you can, survive this brutal game. And hopefully I've provided enough of the foundational basics so that you can do a better job than I did right here, because I don't think that this is going to make it, even though it's possible if I reshift everything and we get enough technology. We need to start burning all of our wood that we've got and turn that into coal. That will help. And we need to then distribute the new labor from any survivors that we get. All of the scouts and outpost teams that we bring in will be employees that can go, to work in our system. That also might help, but it's really close. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. Take care.